Hi everybody, this is Rhys Barber from Audiology Associates. Thank you very much for watching that earwax removal video today. If you've never come across our channel before, we post new earwax removal videos every Monday, Wednesday and Friday at 9 PM UK time. So if you do enjoy the video, then please consider subscribing. So we've got one patient in this video today. You'll see that this patient's come in with a very blocked up ear here. Very hard wax at the entrance of the canal. No obvious gap around it. So patient feeling very blocked up on this one side. No obvious signs of discomfort in here, but just a very blocked up sensation. So we've got the standard size ulnar tube in here. I'm just probing the outside of the wax. You can see it's got that sheen to the outside edge, which is sometimes an indication of a very hard type wax there. And you can see as we've got the ulnar tube on top of this, that the wax it's not really giving much. There's not much in the way of movement there as far as the surface is concerned. It's almost crumbling and flaking away, which is another indication that this is a very dry type of wax here. So I'm just lifting from the outside edge, trying to maneuver this this section out, but as you can see, it's really difficult to get a good grip, especially when the surface is that hard. So we've got the Jobson horn here. We're just going to drop over the top of this wax and pull forwards. And you can see it starts to roll forwards, but it almost feels as if it's still attached at the back. So as I roll this down, you'll just start to see through those little hairs a couple of little bits that are still attached further in. Now that's actually skin. So what we've got here is a very deep skin peel going on, which has just held on to the front end of this wax and just held it into place. Now if we just maneuver this out and pull it forwards here, there we are. We get a good look at that little blob. There we go. So you can see that we've got this this is a really dense wax with this sort of really deep skin all around it there. You can see just the whole canal is covered in this dead skin material. So we're just going to lift this from the canal wall here. We've still got the standard size ulnar tube in there. Just trying to sort of peel away from the edges. There we are. You can see how it teases off the canal wall, so you get this really kind of deep peel, and the whole canal is covered in this. So it's all the way around the outside edge, going almost right down on top of the eardrum as well. You'll see a couple of little dead pieces around the edge of the eardrum as well. As we lift this up, we've got, this is the fine end we're using here. We use the fine end because it's a much smaller diameter, so we're able to get a good grip and lift a lot better. But as we've got a good peel there, if we just get a grip with the crocodile forceps on this and just try and peel this excess section away that we've already detached from the canal wall there. There we are, got a good grip. As we pull this away, it's going to take that front end away, and what that's going to do is when the front end comes away, then it means that we can get a little bit further and then lift the next section. Otherwise we just run out of space in the canal when we're trying to peel it away. There we are, you can see that coming away. Just sort of teasing off the canal wall. Thank you to everyone who asked Mrs. B to appear on the live. She's definitely going to come onto the live with us. We were going to try and do it over the next couple of days, but they've just announced this afternoon here in Wales that we're going into a national lockdown. So we are unsure how that affects us as far as our work is concerned. We're waiting for some clarification from our professional bodies. So we're kind of having to work on that a little bit in the background. So we will do the live, but it will probably be sometime at the beginning part of next week, I'd imagine, by the time we get everything sorted out this week. So bear with us, guys. Obviously, we're still in limbo at the moment as to knowing what's going on. So as soon as we know for definite, I'll let you guys know as well. So you can see we've managed to peel quite a bit away here. Just lifting from the canal wall. Struggling a little bit just to tease it all the way down. Can you see now how far down this was going? You can just see to the right side and down to the bottom of the eardrum there. All this kind of dry skin material. Look, as we lift this up, you can see it peels all the way down to the eardrum. So this has been hanging around in here for a little while. And this has been holding on to the actual wax itself and drying into it. If we look now, we get a grip on this left-hand side, can you see the thin skin peel up just in front of that bit of wax there? And a bit of skin, I should say, sorry. So it can form almost these very thin, almost spiderweb thin layers. You can see that peeling away there. Look how that's coming away from that valley just in front of the eardrum, peeling all the way across to the right side. So you can see how this is one continuous blockage of skin in here. It is one continuous piece that's gone all the way around the canal and over the eardrum. So it's connected there from left and right. So I'm just trying to break that connection between the two. You can see just how tough this material is, especially if you imagine skin. When it's dried, it goes really tough and hard, and that's what's happened here. We've got this really tough material coming away. And we're just going to aim for the next section now. You can see it going around the top there and a lot down this right hand side. There's a particularly tough piece there at the top. If we just get a grip on this left hand side section, see it's a little bit flatter, so we're aiming for that that flat section there. So I just popped a little bit of olive oil in here because sometimes it helps just to loosen everything up. And as we lift, you can see that very, very thin skin layer there. We just slowed everything down. Can you see that lifting away? And as we peel backwards, we're just taking this whole section up. If we can just get a grip before it folds back. I don't know why I'm looking sideways. I'm trying to see, around this solder tube. So we're just lifting this up now and pulling this back. So peeling that very, very thin layer of skin away. And now to the right side, you can see that dead skin layer there to the right. So if we lift that, we're just maybe just a little bit further on. And this very thick section here at the top. This is coming down from the roof, so from the attic of the canal there, just dropping down just above the tip of the hammer bone. Can you see the red line in the middle of the eardrum that's kind of pointing at this angle? That's the hammer bone. You get a little white bit at the top. That's where it protrudes most through the skin of the eardrum there. So it's coming down just to the top of that. Just lifting from the side here. You can see you've got to work so close to that canal wall, just gently lifting and teasing it away, trying really hard not to touch the canal wall because that would be really sensitive for the patient. There we are, that peel's gone. So we've just got this much thicker section here at the top. I'm just looking for any sort of purchase on this or any just give within that skin. Look how it can you see how it peels down? So as we pull from the top of the canal wall there, that whole section there is one continuous piece. Just pulling and dragging it down the canal, down from the canal, from the roof of the canal here. Obviously being mindful, not putting too much pressure on it because we want to peel this off the eardrum. We don't want to cause any damage to the drum there. So you can see what I'm doing with the fine end is when you're getting this kind of flap. If you imagine it's going to come down from the top of the canal wall, we're trying to aim for that flat section there to get a good grip on it. Really just trying to work this off that canal and off the top of the eardrum there. There we are, it's starting to peel. You can just see it coming down where the canal there meets the top of the eardrum. You can just see that kind of ridge just coming down there. I've put a bit more olive oil in here now just to loosen everything up a little bit more. Working this along. Look how it all folds and collapses into the suction. All sides are coming in here. Aiming for that flat section just in front of the eardrum there. I'm trying to look. The top bit was proving really tough, so I'm moving to a different spot. If we can get there we go. We've got the grip now. If we pull across, look how this is coming away, peeling away from this right-hand canal wall there. Really starting to work its way over. Almost there. The little Scylla just passed in front of the camera there. I did a little bit of olive oil, which is what that temporary blur you saw was. But what we've done now is we've pulled the rear section of this right hand part backwards, and then there we go. Can you see how we just saw that little gap just appear there just below the wax? you've got to be careful with this. It naturally wants to fold back to the canal wall, fold back into its original shape. So sometimes when you've loosened it like this, it's really frustrating. You get it so far and then it all folds back again. So then you've got to start all over again. But you can see how this has come away. There, look at that peel. Look how it's come down the eardrum there, across on this right-hand canal wall. There we go, big chunk peeled all the way off the top of the eardrum. Just introducing that little bit of olive oil in there is really going to help to loosen this off as you're taking it away here. And the eardrum itself looks really, really shiny. You can see it much, much healthier looking drum. We've taken that dead skin. Imagine that you can see how thin this, sorry, I'm changing the subject as it's going on. But you can see that very, very thin skin peeling back there. So that would have been covering the eardrum. So you would have lost that sheen, that nice pearlescent sheen to the eardrum. But that looks a lot better there. So a lot of the skin you saw getting sucked away got sucked straight into the tank on the suction tube, sorry. And what you can see here is the main bulk of wax that we took away at the very beginning. So the first piece of wax, go back to that one. So the first piece of wax you saw us take away, that's what you saw on that screen then. And the little tiny bits of skin that we were peeling away were so thin. A lot of that was just getting sucked straight inside the machine. I hope you enjoyed the video there, guys. Another interesting one to watch because you got the peel in there as well as the plug itself. As I said, we've literally just found out just 3 hours ago that we're going to go into a national lockdown this Friday. So if you can bear with us, guys, we are. What that means for us as far as whether we can still see patients or not is a little bit unclear at this time. So we're just getting some clarification on that. And then bear with us about the live. We will do that, but obviously, as you can understand, with everything a little bit up in the air at the moment, we need to concentrate on other bits and bobs first. And then we'll get that live out to you probably beginning part of next week. As always, guys, really do look after yourselves. Look after one another. Take care of yourselves out there, guys. And I shall see you again real soon.